I'm Oates.
And I'm Al.
And welcome to You're That Guy.
Hey guys, today's another day. The reason that we're back on here so early, we went to the mailbox and a lot of people said, hey, you guys are kind of funny. We kind of like listening to what you're saying.
They ain't saying that.
Could you do a little bit more frequent? I'm like, hey, why not?
Oh, they're bitching, man. I seen you last night, man. It's kind of frustrating, you know what I mean?
Hey, folks, you know what we always talk about?
Hey, send us your videos.
But you know what? We got a still shot.
We got a still shot. There it is. Whoop, with Mark Robinson.
Yeah.
Well, look at that. Oh, there he is.
Last night we were at the.
Let's make it a video, man.
Last night, Oates and I with our wives went out to the Onslow County Republican Women's Club. They had the installation of the new officers.
I had a good time.
I had a great time.
I had a good time.
Yeah.
My wife really enjoyed, your wife and everything.
I think all in all was pretty good.
Out.
Yeah. But Mark Robinson was the guest speaker, so we had an opportunity to go take a picture with him. So while everybody was in line, we kind of snuck up there and we're like, hey, Mr. Robinson, we have a podcast that You're That Guy.
You're that guy.
And would you mind if we take a picture with you? He goes, what? I said, no, you're that guy. We want to take a picture with you. He goes, sure. I didn't repeat. We had a podcast, but he took a photo and it was a great time. Yeah. So what's the name of this podcast?
Oh, the good old boys, man.
The good old boys.
We're not a good old boy, though.
I am not in the good old boy club anymore.
Shit, man, the good old boys.
Yeah. But also, it could be related to good old girls club, too.
Oh, yeah, that's true, too. That's true. But before we get in that, we always ask, hey, if you like us, subscribe. If not, hey, just delete it. I don't care.
Hey, send your emails to Oates, YourThatGuy.com.
Complaints, Al at YourThatGuy.com.
And speaking of the email box, it's kind of light because we're like in 2, 3, 4 days. Oh, well, we got a new, right there. Holy mac, while we're on the air, we got a new email. That's good. We'll get into that a little bit later. But hey, on the email side, we got ideas, 3 emails, want to know ideas of local politics, right? And we'll get into that a little bit later. Because there is a couple things coming up, a couple things that I saw some things last night would have raised question, but it's all good.
Yeah, what I loved is that we were sitting in the nosebleeds. I call it the nosebleed. We were always in the back, So you get to see everything. I get to look at everybody, see who's sitting with who, and how much people snub people.
Who was like, no, I'm not going to talk to them. I'm not looking at them. I'm not going to shake that person's hand. I'm just turning my head. I'm going to go get this person a drink. I'm going to go lightly touch this person's arm.
Don't be touching me.
I'm like, oh, did you see that? Oh, I saw that. Oh, okay. But hey, the other item on the mailbox was we got a lot of, there was 7 emails on this one. On our last podcast, it was party disloyalty.
Yeah.
So everybody wants to know of the people.
Well, it was the fix was in. That's what we touched on both of them. The fix is in because the one email I got, was in reference to a elected official not voting. You know what I mean? So,
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
But a lot of the biggest thing that was being asked, who are they?
Oh yeah, I even asked who they were, man. I'm like, oh shit. We were just talking in general, and I'm thinking like 1 or 2 people. Man, there was a whole bunch of them. Damn.
I will say this:
there's a couple more needs to be in there, man. To be honest with you,
the reason that we don't give names because we hear things, rumors. We do, at least I do. I'll call them up and say, "Hey, is this true? I don't want to know names, but is there a case out there that's been this?"
Come on, you want to know their names? You want to know their names? I want to know their damn names.
A lot of things get shared with me. I'm like, you know what? Who cares? I don't care. Party disloyalty, it's your thing, but you know what? It's a great topic. We wanted to bring it up. We brought it up, and we got a lot of emails response. I'm sorry, guys. We will not give out names, but I think if you're local and you hang out in our little world of politics, you'll find out sooner or later.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And the people will go. They'll keep going. This is not the only time it's going to happen. I'll tell you. I know the players.
Oh yeah.
It'll come back up again. And the other 3 emails that we got on the other subject was, hey, what's your guys' thought about the commissioner seat?
Oh yeah.
So let's. You want to break them down real quick?
No, you can break it down, but I know one person that some of the elected officials said that they're not voting because they feel that if they do vote, it's like they're voting their own in that aspect, So and that we voted them into office. Why should they have a say so? And then that's double-edged sword. I understand that, but go ahead, break it down.
No. I don't. I know where you're coming from because I've overheard some of those same conversations.
Yeah.
And I just, you know what? Like I said on the last podcast, this is the GOP chairman's call with the executive committee board. That's their responsibility. I think the GOP chairman and her board needs to come up with a couple, 2 or 3 solutions to say, look, item 1, item 2, item 3, this is what we could do here. Let's have a discussion, and let's open it up to EC executive committee members only, and let's discuss it.
Yep.
My views are my views, and if I get asked, I'm going to share, but I will not share right now because I am not. Well, we are, by the way.
What's
I found out today that under the old president of the men's club, we resigned, but under the new, we fall back in as an EC member, which I'm like, okay, we'll take a look at that. But that's something that we're going to talk about on Tuesday as our board get together.
Okay.
Okay, so the other item is party disloyalty. Hey, look, folks, my 2 cents on this. Everybody wants their candidate to win. All right? Everybody's going to get out and push this. And what tactics you use, it's up to you. If one person says, well, you left these people off, okay, did you? That's between those. It's not for me to judge. Okay?
Well,
that's why we have a committee out there.
Right, but the other party disloyalty is endorsing a Democrat, in regards to it too. So that they're not just leaving names out, but they're that other stuff too. You got all the way from Phil Berger to something local. You know what I mean? So
I agree with you. If again, Phil Berger stuff is going to be handled on the 17th. That's coming up with those things, but I will say this: I'm not going to change subject here, but when people that are out publicly and endorsing a Democrat, Democrat over Republican, I will vote you out of office. I'm sorry, and I will go with the EC board recommendation of saying that is party disloyalty, and it could go both ways, guys. But look, I don't have the facts in front of me. I'm going to go to the meeting, and I'm going to listen to what's being presented, and then I'm going to make my decision if I get asked.
Did you hear about the meeting? The meeting Monday though. I got to bring my own damn chair. What kind of shit is that?
Well, right now,
bring my own damn chair.
He brings up a good point because
I offered a bunch.
Yeah. Well, you got a good point. The GOP of Onslow County has been around for years, right? And you would think over time that some of this Onslow County is very rich, what we call old money, right?
Yeah.
That somebody would come up and let's build a convention center. Duplin County has a huge one.
Yeah.
And Marsoc has used it for a training site. And then we just went to a hunt club dinner. The 50-50, folks. The 50-50 draw was over $5,000.
Oh shoot! Why didn't we go there, man?
I did go.
Well, why didn't you invite me, man?
I won a hat and a box of rounds.
But you didn't invite me.
I didn't get invited. I had to buy a ticket.
Well,
it wasn't $75.
Well, you could have told me about that, man. Shit, I would have won.
It was not a $75 ticket. Trust me.
Hey, I had a hard time swallowing that times 2.
But that goes on the party disloyalty thing. But you would think that Benner and Onslow County, we would have a place to meet on a regular basis, right? And we're trying to look for that.
I think we need to work towards that, and hopefully, the leadership of all the parties will get together with the understanding that everyone can utilize that same
absolutely.
facility, to grow and to move forward.
But I think we need a big facility because just like last night in the women's club, you heard them say we're going to work with the men's club, we're going to work with the GOP, and the same thing when we did our swearing in, we said we're going to work with the women's club, we're going to work with the GOP and the Young Republicans. We're going to reach out across the aisle and say, hey, we want to bring all Republicans together and work together and bring this party together. But we do need a facility that will support all these meetings.
Yep.
And because I think that the Republican involvement in this county is going to start to get big.
Yep.
It's going to start growing, and we're going to start supporting each other, and we're going to draw that in, and we're going to get active. And I want to do a shout out to the GOP chair because she did keep her word to me. Remember I said I was on a deer stand when it came out that Richard Berg and Tom Tillis voted for the same marriage act, and I contacted our GOP chair and she said, hey, it will come from the chair. Men Club could support me. It came out last night in the email that her letter's out there, and I want to congratulate her on that. Not only Tom Tillis, but Richard Berg was in there too, and they're also waiting to see what happens to Phil Berger on the 17th.
That's going to be interesting. I'd like to see that myself, man.
So, good job for her. She's keeping her word to me. The other thing that came up in the email is the commissioner seat. Look, guys, we got one seat. Now we did something with the Board of Education. We had 2 seats available. We had 5 people that was eligible, or actually more than that. We had 3 that was on the ballot. Good job for them not taking that seat, because it would have opened it up for a Democrat, and we would have lost a Republican seat on the Board of Education.
Yes.
And then the committee voted, because we just recently had an election to do number 4, number 5. And that's how we got Mr. Grady, and we got Mr.
Well,
Rogers.
I like the fact that, this meeting here is going to be a meeting not to pick, but to resolve an issue of what the process is going to be to pick someone.
Absolutely.
And then we're going to pick someone at a later date within the next, within 30 days when we were notified.
The 29th is the next scheduled meeting.
So that's important. At least it's not going to be on one thing and be bamboozled, almost like what happened last. In my opinion, I don't know everything. I can't say, I can only say what people tell you, One thing I'm learning though, people are telling me stuff, and I'm like, "Damn! Oh, really? It's like I'm getting this side, you're getting that side. It's like, what the hell,
Well,
it's good though, but at
Absolutely.
least they're being honest about it, and
But see,
they
here's
have
the deal.
somebody to,
I'm not gonna be judgmental. If I hear something, I'm like, okay, give me the facts. Until then, it's just hearsay.
Yep.
Okay, and that's why we get together and go, man, you got your opinion, I got mine. Let's
I
talk
always
about
show
it.
them the facts. I break out that phone. Look here. Look.
So on the commissioner's seat, I like the idea. I just hope it doesn't turn into.
Fixes in.
I just hope it's not a good old boy club. Okay.
I heard there's going to be 3 people, man.
I don't know.
Everything from someone who just left office to
I
good
think
old boy to
the flavor of the month right now is that they want to open it up. We got people that's wanting to run that didn't run a campaign, and my 2 cents, how he draws it out of me. If you didn't run a campaign for a commissioner, I'm sorry.
Well, I look back at, when there was a wrong, made, maybe, we need to right that wrong after a long time too. It's just a thought. It's in there.
If we right it ever wrong, we'd be so busy that it's crazy.
Hell yeah.
So
play ping pong, man.
But Monday night, 7:00, upper at the Subaru building. Bring your own chair. We're gonna sit and listen. I hope it doesn't come in a scream fest.
Yeah.
We have a tendency to do that within their own party. I just hope people be respectful, and because you can get a lot more discussed when you discuss it in a very calm manner and say, "Look, let's argue." But if you start screaming and fighting, you're not going to win. You really are. You're going to get shut down and asked to leave, and it's just like we don't need that.
As long as it's being respectful and all that there, and utilizing the Roberts rules for both sides of the house. I think it'll be fine. I don't
Exactly.
It'll be fine.
Hey, but I want to touch a little bit on the national before we get on that
basketball. We talking about basketball? Let's talk about basketball, man.
Basketball player, world arms dealer.
Oh, and they left the Marine back there.
And they left the Marine.
Now that's frustrating.
Now
that's really frustrating.
When that came out, I was sitting at my desk because I have television on.
I think we ought to, just invite all the Marines in D.C. and say, hey, let's just stand at the Capitol, man, and just wave, like, hey, remember us, because we're a lot thicker than you think,
I don't think it's only Marines.
I know, but
I think it's
saying,
across the board.
I'm just saying, in that regards, maybe it's definitely time for convention of states.
Well, I don't disagree with it.
Yeah.
There's some reports are now coming out, or late last night, that they had an option to take the basketball player or the Marines.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I know. I read a couple of things. I'm still waiting on the verification of it. But it's like the Saudis and UAE was in there and said, yeah, we made the offer for the Marines or the basketball, and Biden administration made the choice of the basketball. And what really got my gourd yesterday, I was sitting at my desk when that decision came out. Everybody walked back past the TVs, mostly active duty Marines, and they're like, "Oh my God, I can't believe this." But it was the White House press secretary say, "Hey, how she was a role model, what she's all done, all
oh my
stuff."
God! I bet she'd be kissing that flag when she gets back, or somebody's butt, man.
But she's known for taking a knee and speaking ill about the United States, and now
if she took a knee now, she played basketball now.
It's crazy.
Oh, whoa, hey!
And the other thing that's hot out there on the line is that Twitter versus free speech. And when I say Twitter versus free speech,
Alon, I love Alon. Hey, give him a wave.
Yeah.
You know?
hey, here we go.
Yeah.
But when you, because I got in an argument with a person, I don't want an argument, say a discussion, and said, well, Twitter
have a discussion.
Twitter's, suppression of free speech. I go, no, the old Twitter was suppression of free speech.
Yeah.
And working with Democrats, now it comes out that employees of Twitter was working directly with the Democrats.
Yep.
Suppression.
FBI. Well, the one guy was
James Baker.
He was a lawyer for
James
the
Baker.
FBI.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell?
I love Elon's going, you know what? You're fired. Without hesitation. You're done.
Yeah. Oh, and he fired. I didn't know Fauci's wife worked there too.
Daughter.
I'm like, what the hey?
And that's funny too, because it's like everybody's going, hey, should we question Fauci? Oh, hell yeah. It's fun how everything's come out. But what's really sad, folks, and my 2 cents here, is that it was exposed through Twitter, but you still have Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all those other media. So how much involvement did they have with the Democrats as well?
Yeah, but do you think anything's going to be done? Are we going to hold anybody truly accountable? Like the new Republican Party, majority, who was it? McCarthy saying,
he's not there yet.
But I'm just saying, even that said, whoever's trying to beat them out, or whoever wins, are they going to do something? Are they going to hold them accountable? I can remember being in the Marine Corps, sitting there watching Ali North discussing, arms deals, all that stuff there, talking to friends. That lasted for 3-5 days. I remember we left work early just to watch that shit. You know what I mean? But
he took a fall and he
why have we not held somebody accountable? That's the problem. Yeah. We need to start holding people accountable.
It's the crooked protecting the crooked.
Good old boy network, man.
It's a good old boys network. Okay. Yep. And the other thing out there is, hey, we got a new independent senator.
Interesting.
From Arizona.
Yep.
What's her name?
I don't know her damn name.
Cinema.
Yeah, she was just.
Yeah, she was just also.
Yeah.
What was 51, 49 has dropped from 48 to 49.
Yeah.
But we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah,
I'm glad. Everybody's hoping right now.
Once a Democrat, always Democrat. But hey,
be careful because you have some friends that used to be Democrats who switched their parties.
Yep.
Yeah, did you hear that, folks? He said it. Once a Democrat, always a Democrat.
Hey, I'm sorry to say, good old boy network, man.
Yeah, I believe it. Sometimes I see some of these local boys that used to be Democrats are acting like.
Oh yeah,
Democrats.
Well, no,
there you go. Now you came back out of it.
I think it's a big play.
Man.
It's a big play on. It's a big play on good old boy.
Look at it. Watch him. He's going to go. Mark Robinson. Get it. Give it off subject. Get it off subject. But that's good. But the push right now on the network is, can we flip Manchin?
Manchin won't be flipped. He's a staunch Democrat because of the fact that he got what he wanted this last term around.
No, he didn't. He did not get that in the bill.
He didn't.
No, he did not.
Oh well, he's selling out West Virginia. I don't get. He's the coal miners out there. He's selling them all.
Oh,
out.
he is. So, but other than that, something that came up this morning from a phone call from last night's event. And I'm going to go off his words last night because we were sitting at the table and he was having tea and I was having a gin and tonic. And it's kind of funny because if I bought a glass of wine inside the venue, it was $12.50. If I walked outside to the bar, it was $6.
Shit, we should have went outside.
I did go outside after the first one. It's kind of hard when you order a drink and go and you got your money out and it's already reported that's $12.50. I'm like,
hey, I would have had a better time. We ate it Outback, though, personally. I mean, all I need was a little bit of cheese with that turkey, and I'm good. Best thing, I'll tell you what, the food there, the best thing was them green beans. I love them green beans, man. They were good. They were good.
You could throw on his feet sack.
Hey, I tried. Trust me, I had a big plate, though.
So everybody knows that Oates and I, we are the president and vice president of the Onslow County Republican Men's Club.
Don't blame that on me.
Yeah. And everybody seems to have their own festival, right? Or a dinner.
I sat there. I'll be honest with you. I kept thinking through the whole ceremony that we need to do a better job.
No.
It was a good job. Don't get me wrong. I think as a club, I think that we need to perform, at a level like that, if not higher. But with a little bit more.
Absolutely, guys.
But that was the Christmas party. I thought. And I didn't know it was a fundraiser. I didn't know. I didn't know toys were tied. I would have brought a toy too, but
the main club brought from our last meeting. We had a bunch of them. So what Oates is talking about last night at the table? We were sitting there and just shooting the breeze, and we had our treasurer there, we had our secretary there, and then we were just talking about the former president that's left up. And we all sat there and go, there's no reason that we could not, as the men club, hold a black tie event.
Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah, I think we should.
We have to look at that.
So, but some lessons learned from last night. If we have a black tie event,
we need to recognize the politicians that showed up.
Right.
We need to show them the respect that they deserve.
Now,
even if I like them or not, and I don't like a whole lot of them.
No, I agree with you.
You know what I mean? But,
so some of the things we will have a male MC. That was some of the questions that came up. Why did we have a male MC?
I like Will.
I'm just saying.
I like Will.
No, I'm saying.
But you're absolutely right, though. Yeah. There should have been a female.
It's a women's club event.
I feel like we sound like two old ladies. You know that?
No,
with the little nails coming out.
No.
It was a good event.
My phone blew up. Like, did you see that? And I'm like, I had a couple of Wolfpack members there. I didn't even know it was there.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that's good.
So I'm like, hey, dude, it's on me. I was there to support my wife. I was there to support the club, Miss Kathy. I was there to support Miss Linda. But some of the questions came up and goes, why do we have a male in front? I'm like, you know what? I'm not there to judge. I'm there to have a good time, drink a drink, and eat some sandwich.
I wish I was in
sandwich meat. Sandwich meat, okay? But anyway,
we should put some green beans.
So some of the things that we're going to talk about when we hold our black tie gala, we will have a male MC it. We will, as a board, come to the conclusion that we will recognize all of our elected officials.
Even the ones I don't like.
Even the ones you don't like. Even the ones I don't like. But you know what? Because one of the things that captured my attention last night, one of the ladies' husband was just elected sheriff of this county.
Yeah, that's true.
None of the elected officials were recognized.
Yeah.
Okay. And being a women's club, you had some very prominent women that did some extraordinary things this year. You had one elected commissioner, one elected to the school board, one elected to the city council, one elected to a register of deeds, and none of them was recognized.
Yeah, that's something that should. While we were there, I found out that it was, I found out the award ceremony. Yeah. I thought that everybody, all of them were going to get recognized.
Well, it was the end of the year. It was the end of the year party. So it's like, okay, that's what we're going to do. The second thing is, we're going to recognize people's accomplishments in the club.
Yeah.
We, if
don't count on me, man. Another thing about last night that really frustrated me is I'm an old man. I don't have them cheat sheets with me, that I can read shit. And I'll tell you what, that program or menu or whatever the hell it was, I couldn't tell if it was a menu or was a program or whatever. But I couldn't read it.
The 5x7 card.
I'll tell you one of the other things we need to do when we have a black tie thing, we need to get one of them printed out about this big and put 4 of them, because the cost of 4 of them around the table is probably about the same cost of like 10 of them around the table.
Well, we have a goal now, right? 2.
Oh no, I got a few goals.
Okay, but right now against the women's club, 1, we want to raise enough. We want to grow more members than they have.
Oh hell
okay.
Yeah.
And second, we want to out fundraise them.
Yeah.
Because last night we heard they had $11,000 plus. Last night was a fundraiser dinner.
Yeah.
At the end of the year, the other thing is that there was a fundraiser early on in the year, and I'm going, wait a minute. Where's the fashion show?
Ooh.
Yeah,
right.
we paid tickets to go see a fashion show. My wife was in it, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, well, that's why I had to buy a ticket.
Oh.
But we didn't get to see that this year. So, and the second thing is...
So if we have a fashion show, are we sexist?
I don't know.
We ought to do it.
But we definitely need to spend a little extra money on increasing the size font, because it was just like this. I couldn't hardly see that. I was squinting with my glasses, and then I was using his hearing aid because it wasn't a mic. He was translating. Hey, what are they saying up there? There was no mic up there. Look at him. Mark Robinson was loud enough, going, "Hey, you in the back, can you hear me?" Yeah, I can hear you, Mark. But hey, Miss Kathy, what are you saying?
Yeah, true.
I'm gonna have a bullhorn. If
Don't count on me, man.
Since our swearing in, and we had a great time in our swearing in.
The only goal I got for our club, man, is to beat the women's club. I'm sorry to say that. I want all complaints out at You're That Guy.
And don't forget, if you got a video, send it up. Subscribe to our YourThatGuy.com.
Yeah, YourThatGuy.com. Have you been drinking bourbon?
Hey, the second thing is, the third thing is, we're going to keep it. We're not doing a fundraiser. We're going to do fundraising prior to, so we can cut the price down, because I heard two or three comments like, wow, $75, and I could go to Logan's and get a T-bone steak, potato, asparagus, broccoli, rolls, salad, drink
Oh, yeah.
for $35. And I heard a lot of comments last night going, well, again, I didn't set it up.
Every function is a fundraiser, but there should be that one function that is there truly just to support your people and to show your thanks to the people, and not just a few. And the few that got awards, hey, that was great, But what about the rest of them? I understand that,
Yeah, the men's club right now, we are growing, and we are going to start forming committees. Okay, when we start forming committees, we're going to have that committee. It's going to have a chair just like everybody else, right? But at the end of the year, I want to reward every committee member committee chair.
What do you mean? It's we.
Yeah,
it's
we the club.
Are you playing Hitler again?
No,
what's the other?
I'm always Hitler. Trust and free speech. No, but he's right.
Yeah.
We, the club, are going to start having committee chairs.
Yeah.
Since our installation, we have signed up 8 new members, and it's like,
and a few more on the way.
Yeah, right. And we've been told that this is besides the 7 that's waiting for January to come in.
I like to see us get to the point where you got somebody from every perspective, and that's important, because I can learn a lot. I learn every day. I'm older than the dirt. I shouldn't say that out loud, but I learn every day, from people, and then that's important.
And I totally agree. I mean, last night I was having fun where I was sitting.
I had a good conversation with the guy next to me. We were talking about bourbon all night.
Absolutely. But you can see some people will scratching their heads where they were sitting at, right? And I'm like, what's the big deal? I'm sitting in the back. I'm watching all of it. I get to see who's hanging out with who, who's talking to who.
It was a long ceremony, though. Ceremony. I almost felt, I almost felt that it was just too long, but it was like long enough to not recognize the incoming.
Folks,
that's how I felt.
I'm going to tell you, in our black tie, I'm over 50. I like to get done and get
way
to
over
bed
50
by 10 o'clock. Okay,
that's true. Yeah, me too.
Look,
yeah,
I'm not hitting anyone on the setups, but you start dinner at 7. The guest speaker had to wait till we all got done eating, and he spoke, and then the awards, and then we had the installation of the officers.
Mark Robinson.
And Miss Linda was so gracious, and I really liked the part where the past president, and I don't know why all the other past presidents wasn't recognized. I don't know, but one of the past presidents of the Women's Club gave Miss Linda a pin, and I think it was heartfelt, and because Miss Linda was either her secretary or treasurer when she was the president, and she thought that was pretty good. And I go, that's great, because it's like women taking care of women.
Yeah, and I think the best part of that, though, was that her daughter showed up the day before.
Oh, absolutely.
So she was able to.
Well, we knew that she was coming.
Yeah.
And Lisa tried to work it with the people who set it up to try to move the seating around and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's hard to keep those secrets.
Yeah, I was surprised y'all were in the nosebleeds with me.
we say it's a good old boy club. It could be the good old girls club. We're like, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. I don't care. I had a good time because I was sitting with you, talking to other friends, been out walking and seeing some of the good friends shaking hands. That's what it's all about. It's about camaraderie, right? It's not about judging this or judging that. But if we ever have a black tie, we did learn some things that
valuable lessons
last night. And
let's not make it so long.
Still kidding. So, any other topic you want to talk about?
No, man. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, man. My head is like a fog right now.
But hey, folks, we just want to say thank you much for all of our followers. We have a regular 150 to 200 hits on our podcast, and a lot of these people don't really know what we're talking about. This right here is going to be a little bit local. We did sprinkle a little bit of national on it. We didn't get too much detail in it. But we are going to start fine-tuning it a little bit, be a little bit more concise with our points. Yep. But we do dedicate. I don't want to speak for Oates, but
why are you going like that?
But I am wearing a hat, right? Because he felt bad. He had to wear a hat.
He made me wear a hat because look at the sun, look, it's shining, man. It's like, hey.
Like Mark Robinson said, I'm in good company.
That's right. I felt good.
There was one. I will say this though, as a closing. Normally, when you play the hymns of the armed forces, right?
Yeah, I should have stood up for the Army because I was in the Army.
You
too.
start with the oldest and you go with the newest.
That's true, though.
Okay, but last night
they were all backwards.
It was all backwards last night, right? And everybody goes, "Well, because it's Marine Town." I'm like, you know what? They deserve it.
Yeah,
they deserve it. We were in a Marine town. They deserve it. We left a Marine back overseas, and we got a basketball player. Now it's time to pay back the Marines. And you guys got it. The last song, hoorah! Everybody stood at attention themselves and started singing. I'm like, crap, there's only like 5 Navy people here. I don't know acres away.
Hey, everybody needs a driver, man.
Hey, folks, but don't forget, if you have a video, please send it in.
Yep. Or if you know of a video, and send us the link. We'll take a look at it, and we'll give you a shout out for it.
And we'll probably make another video next week, but if we don't, we just wish you a happy Merry Christmas.
Happy Merry Christmas.
How
about just like a Merry Christmas?
I want you to have a happy Merry Christmas.
I'm have an outstanding Merry Christmas for my grand. You know what I mean?
But if you can, please come out to the meeting on Monday night. Let's be respectful of each other's opinions. Mm-hmm. Let's just remember, this is only the process. This is not the vote. This is just a vote on the process to get a new the fill that commissioner seat.
Yep.
And I wish Jack Bright the best in his retirement.
That's true too.
Hope things are working out. But folks, we need to be more respectful of one another. And
we need to grow. We got 2 years to grow.
We got 2 years to grow. And like Mr. Robinson said, I really feel his words last night. We need to start speaking the truth. If it hurts your feelings, I will make.
It's called a crying towel, man. I just give him a crying towel. Here, there you go.
Because a lot of things I'll sugarcoat and be nice because I don't want to hurt your feelings. But Mr. Robinson moved me last night and said, we need to start speaking the truth. Yeah. And when people start acting up within our own party, we need to start calling them out.
Hell yeah.
But we will not do that on our podcast at this point because there's a lot of things going on. But we just want to say, hey, thank you for your support. Thank you for following us. And we will try to do our best to live up to your expectations.
I'm Moats.
And I'm Al.
And we're out of here.
All right. We're still kidding.